what happened to us. I'm not joking. Before last week, we were undefeated, tied for first in the GPC. Now it couldn't be further from the truth. We lost to Mega Charizard Y and Verdi. And I've been embarrassed. We didn't prep or play very well. Could have been better on both ends. I know we could have won that game. You know why? Because I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the system. And I don't think it works. Because they let us into this league. But we gotta show them that we're not gonna go 0-8 in the NPL. I'm sorry, GPC. Let's not talk about this. Anyway. We have to show them we're gonna win games. We have to show them we're going to not be losers. At least more than we are. We have to show them what the Lincoln Star Raptors can really do. Now I'm gonna make a smooth transition to a team builder screen and play some epic ass music in the background. Let's do this. Yeah, it wasn't as epic as I made it out to be. Voice crack +1. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't a very good Subway. Fucking shit. Anyway, so week 2 GPC. It's about time. And you know, I've been thinking a lot about this game, guys. You know why I've been thinking? Because I fucked up very badly. Give me a second. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a fuck up. How, Jar? How are you a screw up? Well, if you have to ask yourself that question, get the fuck off the channel right now. But I will entertain you. I had a test battle versus Merc, as you see right here. Jar Boss versus Memes and Dreams. And I saved it to send it to someone else and get a little bit more feedback. Now, if you don't know how that works, that means Turbo here could have searched my name and clicked this battle and saw the team I was bringing. Now, some say it's an accident. I call it confidence. I call it flexing. I'm wrong, but you know, it's my thing. I can say what I want. So, you know, I was pissing myself for a few days. I'm like, no, I can't change the team. It's a good prep. Don't want to waste it. So I was just like, you know, Kanye, please, don't let him see that. I'm begging. And we'll find out if he did or not, because I'm sad. Anyway, so yeah, well, let's just jump into the team. That's what this is for, right? A team builder. I'm supposed to tell you about the mods I'm bringing this week. Week 2, we got embarrassed week 1 by the Verd and his Mega Charizard Y. You know, we're gonna get our vengeance one day, but we have to keep focused. We have to focus on the task at hand, which is turboblazeIV for the 4th. Turboblaze the 4th? Sure, let's call it that. And he's got a pretty threatening team. If you don't know our team by now, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but you know our team, I'm hoping, so I'm just gonna go over his team. He also lost the first week with a -2 differential. And he has like literally 2 of the biggest OU threats and like 2 of the top usage in OU, Mega Lopunny and Garchomp. Both of them are extremely threatening. Talonflame is also very threatening, but you know, I got a plan. I got things that can potentially beat all of his Mons. I think I prepped really well this game. He's got his Lopunny, he's got his Garchomp, he's got Talonflame, Kofagrigus, however you say it, whatever. Roserade, Blastoise, Magneton, Azelf, and Porygon Z. Now, while I was prepping, I knew 3 things for certain. I'm a loser. Mega Lopunny is always a threat. And he had to bring Blastoise. Those were the 3 things during my prep that I was just like, these are the 3 things I need to remember. And so for the Lopunny thing, I knew that Lopunny is always a threat. I had to keep either Hippowdon or Tweety relatively healthy to make sure I could beat that thing at the end of the game, no matter what. And so I made 2 checks to it, but 1 main check. And as you can see from my Hippowdon's moveset, if you want to sneak a little peek right there, this is the main answer to Mega Lopunny we're packing this week. A Hippo with lefties, Sandstream, just to whittle it down since it can't have leftovers or anything. and it's packing 176 defense and 252 HP. Now, this won't be 3-hit KO'd by a Jolly Lopunny's return, which he has to run Jolly Lopunny to outspeed my Greninja, to make sure he outspeeds my Greninja. And so, my Spadef investment was just thrown in there because I don't need the attack investment, and Spadef makes me fatter, and the fatter Hippo is, the happier Hippo is. It's just like me, except I can't get fat because I'm super skinny. Anyway, it's kind of sad, but we're rocking pretty standard set, as you can see. Earthquake, Revenge. What? That's not standard. What is that move, Jar? Well, I'll tell you, random person on the internet, and or my mom who's watching this video. Revenge is a fighting type move with 60 base power, but which doubles if damaged by the target. Now you're saying, psh, what could that be for? Well, it's for Mega Lopunny. My Mega Lopunny switch-in is Hippowdon because anytime Mega Lopunny is in, it always attacks. Mega Lopunny does not get much in the way of setup, and if he's packing sub, Revenge will still break his sub. Stone Edge is for Talonflame, and Slack Off is just to heal myself up. And I wish I could take credit for this Revenge, but I can't. I was having a test battle versus Merc. I originally had a superpower on there, so same principle, not as well executed. Anyway, sorry about that interruption. It won't happen again, my sweets. I was having my test battle versus Merc, and this was the original set that I came up with, and Merc was like, Jar, he looked me in the eyes, he said, Jar, you're a fucking idiot. I said, well, how so, Merc? He said, you can run Revenge on Hippowdon and not lower your stats. And I'm like, Merc, you're absolutely right. And I was so confounded, I decided to change it. For pure ability and flexing abilities. You know how it goes. I mean, sorry about the interruptions. I mean, this is what I get for being, 17 and still living with my parents. I'm what's dragging America down. I'm the real problem with this country. But, enough of that. We have Hippowdon to go over. So Merc told me I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, Merc, you're right. You've never been more right with any statement. And so, I changed the set, and this is what we're packing. It can pretty much deal with Hippowdon and Lopunny, his two biggest threats, probably, and it can deal with Garchomp if it needs to. Probably beat offensive Garchomp 1v1 as long as it's not sub-SD. Yeah, basically that's it. Next, we're going on to my boy, Yeezy. It's about time we brought Yeezy out. Yeezy here, Kanye, is rocking the Choice Spec Scrappy this week for Cough Rodriguez. I'm gonna take a drink of my Pepsi. Not saying that because they paid me. I'm just a fan. Anyway. So yeah, we're rocking Choice Spec Scrappy with Boom Burst, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam and Fire Blast are purely to flex if Garchomp is the last mon and I can Ice Beam it. And Toxic is there for Blastoise, because Blastoise is kind of a bitch, Yeah, Boom Burst is the hardest move I can hit it with, but if it's AV, it can take the hit, like, not get 2-hit KO'd. And so I'm like, alright, if I don't want to deal with this and I want to 2-hit KO it, I'll get Rocks up, throw Toxic on there, get a few switch-ins, and then I'll 2-hit KO it, no problem. And so that was my plan with this thing. It was basically just to click Boom Burst. He has no switch-ins to this monster. I can basically get a kill every time I come in, and I'm planning on Kanye, like, fucking dropping the fucking album right now. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Watch the Throne. There we go. He's about to drop Watch the Throne right now, and he's just about to go in with his Choice Specs. So Kanye's shades, Okay, I've gone on this. I've milked the Kanye thing too much, haven't I? Alright, let's move on. Next we're bringing Black Star, our Greninja. Only shiny Pokemon on the team, because shinies are most shinies are fucking stupid, and the original looks better, except for Greninja, whose shiny looks like a badass. Anyway, so we're rocking Expert Belt this week. I was debating Expert Belt and Dread Plate, because his Dark Resist is basically non-existent outside of Mega Lopunny, but he's probably not going to switch Mega Lopunny in on me. But I figured Expert Belt was just overall better. I hit a lot of his team super effectively. U-Turn is there, because I have a plan, guys. See, I have a plan. His only switch into Greninja is also Blastoise. We take a look at rundown his team. Lopunny, Scald, Garchomp, Ice Beam, Scald, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, nothing, Scald. Dark Pulse, and Scald, and I can basically 2-hit KO almost everything on his team outside of a Violite, Magneton, and AV Blastoise. So, Kanye here is very special because he's slower than a lot of my opponent's team. However, he's not slower than Blastoise, and Blastoise is his only Greninja switch-in. So my plan was to U-turn off of Blastoise and get into Kanye, who's faster, and try and pick up a kill that way. because I figured the fast U-turn and me threatening a lot of his team out could get Kanye in for free, which I really want this game. That's kind of been the whole purpose of how I constructed the team. But yeah, so that's pretty basic set. 3 coverage moves. I kind of went over what hits his whole team. U-turns there to get Kanye in and break something. This EV spread is specific-ish. I think it's Azelf outspeeding Azelf. Pretty basic stuff. It's good. It's good. Drink. I'm sorry, I have a problem. I'm just kind of thirsty, you know? But yeah, EV spread's good. Timid, because Azelf will outspeed us if we don't. But next we got Tweety. Yay! Now, I don't think I prepped very well for Talonflame at all, looking back on this prep. I think Spidef Bulk of Talonflame could have really put a hurting on me, because I didn't have Toxic on Zapdos was the biggest thing. I chose to run HP Ice instead for Garchomp, but looking back, a lot of my team beats Garchomp 1v1, so it was probably not necessary. Probably could have just ran Toxic and Toxic the Chomp, because Chomp can't do much back to me as it is. So, that wasn't very smart on my part, but I had to deal with it. It's what I had going into the game. And, you know, maybe I could have bought the Garchomp, but probably not, because 90% of my team does that. Anyway, yeah, he's rocking a nice spread here with some special attack investment, just a little bit of speed investment to avoid any potential speed creeps that might happen. Rocking pretty standard set, you know, Roost, Defog to keep hazards off my side of the field, even though nothing on my team is weak to hazards outside of Zapdos. I needed to bring it this game just purely for Talonflame. I needed solid checks to each Talonflame and Lopunny, but Tweety and Hippowdon can do it well, but I had to bring both just to make sure I had enough defense to deal with that offense. So that was basically my thought process. My next thought process was that his special attackers are about to run through my team, but it's a good thing we drafted our Bolt Beam resist right here in Y. Just, you know, Y. You know, call him Socrates, but he's heat proof with Shed Shell this week. Now I wonder what you're thinking, Jar. You have Earthquake. His Magneton can't trap you and kill you. You're gonna bop him. Yeah. Did you think about Magnet Rise, you fuckboy? No, you didn't. What do I do then? Huh, smart guy? Huh? I die. That's what happens. Fucking idiots. Anyway, so I'm rocking the Shed Shell this week because a Magnet Rise Magneton could have fucked me in the ass. And I will prepare for everything every single time. I'm running Heat Proof because I'd rather take hits from Talonflame, Magneton's HP Fire, and a bunch of other stuff better than I would rather take an Earthquake from Garchomp, because I have all these other Garchomp switch-ins. I have 2 great physical walls. I don't need Garchomp this game. I don't need to check Garchomp with this game. So I'm running Stealth Rocks on this. This is my rocker for the week. Earthquake for obviously Magneton, Gyro Ball to hit his fast as fuck shit, and Toxic because Toxic's the best move in the fucking game. You know, wears shit down. It's pointless with the Everest, but he won't Everest you. Pretty confident. But yeah, that's why he's just here to get rocks up. Yeah, that's all I literally have. He walls the Porygon Z, basically, +2 Dark Pulse does a lot, I assume, but like, or Shadow Ball, and same for Azelf. It kind of walls Azelf. The big thing was offensive Roserade. I figured he would bring Roserade because I kind of flaunt about how much I love using a Alomomola, and so I think he will suspect I will bring it this week, but obviously I'm not, and I think he has to bring Roserade, which completely capitalizes on Alomomola, which was the main reason I didn't bring it. So I figured it would also be some kind of offensive variant with Sub to take advantage. So I thought, alright, let me just run Heat Proof, and if he has Shadow Ball, he has Shadow Ball. Otherwise, I'm going to take that Roserade on really, really well. For the most part, I resist both of his dual stabs. But yeah, that's Bronzong. Pretty basic stuff. Pretty solid mon. Extremely low speed. Looking good. Next we got Bo Burnham. The Infernape. I love that fucking nickname. It's so fucking perfect. Anyway, someone tell me, because I honestly don't know if Close Combat gets boosted by Iron Fist. I don't. It's a punch-based attack. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I ran Iron Fist this week. Probably could have run Blaze. Not sure how much it'll come into effect. But yeah. Pretty much Banded Flare Blitz? No? Alright. So I'm running Choice Scarf this week because I can outspeed every single mon on his team except Scarf Azelf. If I have weakened everything, this thing is a prime time sweeper this week. Close combat for damage, Flare Blitz for damage, U-turn, because again, Blastoise is a potential switch-in, which Exploud can capitalize on. Trying to use fast momentum to get Exploud in for switches. And I have HPX for Garchomp, because I needed a Garchomp coverage on everything, apparently, because fuck my life. And yeah, running special attack, I didn't feel a need to put any in defenses. Not really much hits I can take from this team because it's so offensive. If anything, I probably would have thrown it in Spidef to take Roserade hit a little bit better. But, yeah, that's the team. Don't need much explaining with him for an ape. He's there to clean late game if I need him. I'm pretty confident with this week's build, you know. I don't think, outside of my cockiness, you know, cocky, not a fucking idiot, that got over me with the replays thing that happened. We'll see if he sees that. I'll let you know if he saw it in the battle, because there was probably a pretty good chance he did if he just googled my name on Showdown. But I'm gonna cut that part out. I'm gonna do it. So as I was saying, but I'm pretty happy with the build. We're not bringing that much original stuff. Oh no, Revenge. It's Heat, right? Yeah, it's basic. It's pretty basic, but this has a very good matchup versus his team. I think it's very safe and very well planned out. And I'm pretty sure Kanye is about to go ham and get 6 kills with a sweep. Yes? Alright, probably not. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow with the battle. Stay tuned for the GPC and hope your Lincoln Star Raptors can once again win a fucking game for once. Alright, bye. I'm done.